Grand Rising, everyone. This is Artist of Truth coming to you with a vlog entry. So this is just one of my thoughts that happened to be sparked this morning by my queen. She showed me this video of a sister in a restaurant. Okay, a sister that was in a restaurant of some sort, and she was basically clapping on a black male who just happened to be dressed up like a female. So, I mean, had the weave on his head. He's being all flamboyant and whatnot. So it's quite obvious that this is his thing. This is what he portrays. He wants to portray a black woman. So I don't know what possessed my queen to show me that, but it's whatever. Some things, first thing in the morning, she sees some funny stuff, she'll show it to me. But it sparked somewhat of a short dialogue between us that I even felt compelled that I wanted to post it up in my vlog. Now I understand that there's some people out there in the world who have family members who practice a particular lifestyle. I understand that. My thing is this, because I know some people are quick to saying, oh, he's homophobic and whatnot. I was like, whatever you want to call me, doesn't matter. Because when you realize the value in yourself and the value in others, then there's going to be things that you will be comfortable saying to them, not necessarily about them, but there will be things that you will be compelled to say out of recognizing their value. And I understand when it pertains to black people, we all have value. Some of us don't realize how valuable we really and truly are. So, my thought was for black women. And I see this a lot, especially being here in Atlanta. I see this a lot. But why is it that sisters, black women, become very, very upset when you see a white woman that is trying to emulate you? She's trying to copy, everything from your hairstyles to your skin tone, everything about you, black woman, that makes you exceptional, that just makes you powerful and great in your own, unique way. Why is it that some of you sisters empower that? Like, with the Oscars. So there was this gentleman that was parading around on the red carpet wearing what appeared to be a slave owner's mistress outfit. I mean, wearing a dress on the red carpet. And then here comes Jada Pinkett saying, oh, you saved what, Black History Month, and you slayed, and this, that, and the fifth. That type of behavior is so demonic and damaging to the black society, period, that I was compelled to, you know, to actually do this video and say, hey, if you get joked on, you get cracked on because you are a black man and you are parading around as though you are a black female, you asked for it. You know, not to say that just because you are, you know, you are a homosexual that you should be, you know, that you should be attacked and assaulted or any of those things. But if you get a joke cracked on you, just man up and, you know, suck that up, because you put yourself out in public's eye that you're going to be judged. There's no way around it. You know, if you come outside of your house, outside of your comfort zone, expect to be talked about, expect to be, you know, expect to be joked on. Just deal with it. You know, you have some heterosexual males and females that get picked on about their appearance. I'm not saying that it's, you know, that it's right, but I mean, shit, it happens. You have to have some form of a tough skin to that shit. But because I feel like I'm getting away from the main subject at hand. But the thing that really bothers me about the whole, you know, about this whole thing is you have sisters who are empowering that. They support that type of, you know, that type of idiocracy. Yes, all this shit like that. I'm like, stop. Because then when your, you know, when your daughter gets older, she's wondering, you know, well, how come all these black men are dressing up like black, you know, dressing up like me? Why are they dressing up like black women and parading around like black women? Where are the real black men that are changing tires and protecting sisters? You know, where are our black leaders? Where are these people at? You know, where are these black men? And it's like, shit, the more and more you support that and you encourage that, then they have a tendency, they'll bring on more young-minded black males to partake in that. Or young black males see that and see the energy that some black women are pouring into that type of behavior, and then that leads them psychologically into thinking that, okay, well, I want that type of, you know, I want that type of empowerment and love coming from black women. I want that same type of energy coming my way. So let me dress up like a black woman. And then there you have a continuous cycle. You know, like I told someone else, I was like, you know, shit, I have clients who are, you know, I have clients who are gay, but the thing about it is you'll never know. And when I was growing up, I never knew about homosexuality. I didn't know about any of those things until I got past the age of 18. I didn't know anything about that. And that was because society exposed me to it. When I was growing up, if someone was gay, you didn't know about it because they kept that shit to themselves. You know, like shit. What? It's none of your business. Why would I be all out in the open with this? And no. Open. Now, I don't want people to get the wrong idea thinking that, you know, I would treat someone who was, you know, who was part of practicing that lifestyle, or, you know, whatever, you know, I call it a mental disease, but, you know, I try to have respect, you know, I try to have respect for some, you know, for most people in their, you know, in whatever choices they make, because at the end of the day, they are still human beings. But, you know, in a sense, when it pertains to, you know, when it pertains to a black man, we are the most feared, but then we are the most feared, but guess what? They really want to see us in a, they really want to see us in a very, very docile manner. They don't want black men to display a level of strength, a level of power and leadership. They don't want to see us in that light. No. Now, if we're all docile, dressing up like our sisters, and then they laughing at us because they already know, shit, the women, the black women, they are, you know, a lot of the black women, they are so feeble-minded. They're worse than some of the black men. They know what's going on. They see the truth right in front of them, and they still focus their energy and their time on lies. But, you know, getting back to the point, you know, that I'm, you know, trying to make is, black women should be greatly offended by black men, original, unedited black men who get out here dressing up like them. If you're not offended, disturbed by a black man dressing up, imitating you, why would you get upset and uncomfortable with a white woman imitating you? And there are some sisters out there, you better not have a damn pale-faced white woman trying to imitate a black woman. You got some issues. Every black woman is side-eyeing this woman and ready to beat her ass, in that they should. Stop trying to imitate the black woman. The black woman is one of the most powerful individuals that you can ever come across. The fuck you trying to imitate her for? And my message extends not only to white women, but it extends to black men who feel like, oh, I'm gonna go out here and dress up like a black woman. Don't do that shit. Because you are a man first. You are a black man first. If you don't realize, if you were never taught how to value yourself, that's a problem. And I'm not making this video, I'm not making this vlog to tear anyone down. I can't say it enough. Because if you love your people, you want better for your people. You value your people to the extent where you're just like, you know what, look, what you're doing is unethical. It's not healthy. It's moreover devaluing yourself. And I never came across any articles or any sort of artifacts proving that, you know, hey, this type of thing went on in the African tribes, in the African communities. None of this type of buffoonery and coonery bullshit ever took place in tribes, you know, African tribes or colonies. As far as I know, you know, if I'm wrong, I don't mind being corrected. Show me the information, you know. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of westernizers came into this country and just poured their cultures and traditions on black people, even forced their religious beliefs on black people. And we honor it, we celebrate it, we practice it, not knowing that a lot of these things that we're celebrating and we are practicing have no merit for black people. So I'm looking like, why? Help me understand, why are we celebrating this shit? Just like today, I had already came across some things with black people celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what you celebrating St. Patrick's Day for? Do you not know what St. Patrick had been doing to black people, to a black tribe called Twa? TWA? But of course, you know, that's one of those, you know, that's a history tip for your ass on this wonderful Sunday morning. But black, you know, my sisters, I love you, you know, I love you to death. Even if you have someone in your family and, you know, he's gay, I look at it like this. They are still human beings. They still, you know, they still need to be loved. They need to be informed. They need to be educated, you know. And even if they don't take your advice or, you know, the information that you are sharing with them, hey, at least you tried. And, you know, if that is, you know, if that's what you choose to, you know, stick with, then so be it. But don't try and force me to respect that shit, because I will respect you as a human being, as a black man first. If you walk into my, you know, if you walk into my establishment and, you know, I will treat you like I treat everyone else, with the utmost respect. But you come in there dressed like some damn female, I'm side-eyeing. Honestly, I'm side-eyeing. If that's what you want to be, then you be that. But do not, I repeat, do not get in your feelings and then demand that I respect you in that type of attire. When you are dressing up as a black woman, you are trying to mimic a black woman. And if no black woman finds that utterly, you know, offensive, then psychologically she's not together. It's not about, you know, it's about accepting the things that you cannot change. I don't know, hold on, let me make sure I'm saying it right. It's about accepting the things that you cannot change and changing the things, you know, and changing, not accepting the things that can be changed. I hope I said that right. But in any case, you understand exactly what I'm saying. You know, there are some things that we can't change and we just have to accept them. But there are things that we can change that honestly, we don't, we just accept it. We don't try and change it. And that stems from what happens in our community, what happens in our household, in our relationship. We just become complacent and docile as fuck. And that's basically what the fuck going on. What you doing? I'm trying to see it till the daggone light turn red. But yeah, that is my thought in a nutshell. As I stated before, I respect black men. I respect black men, and I respect black women first. I'm willing to stand for my brothers, and I'm willing to stand for my sisters. But there's some things that I will not stand for. I will not stand for bullshit. I will not stand for selling yourself and selling each other out. I will not stand for, I will not stand for a woman who feels, it's totally and completely okay to destroy the life of a child when preventative measures could have been taken beforehand. But, of course, that is another topic for another day. I respect people in their natural state as they are, as they have been created, not trying to Mr. Potato Head yourself into being someone else because you're not comfortable and you're not loving the skin that you're in. I mean, hell, let truth be told, it came a point in my life where I didn't like the skin I was in because I was skinny. But I was like, damn, if I wanna put on weight, I wanna get strong, that means I'm gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to work out, right? That brings sacrifice. So, but yeah, I'm here to work. In the meantime, in between time, I will get with you all later. All right, y'all have a great day.